Buenos nachos, and welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're going to be working on this PlayStation 2 Slim console, but it's not just any PlayStation 2 Slim console. No, sir. This is a test console. And in case you were wondering what the model is on this PlayStation 2 Slim test console, it is model number DTL-H75000A. And the reason it was sent to us? Well, it has a problem with reading discs. But before we can do anything, let's verify what the customer is saying. So let's go ahead and hook this thing up and try some games. Gotta make sure it at least powers on over here. And there we are. So let's try out some blue backed discs. Sounds like the laser and the gear assembly is moving in there. Seems like the laser's trying to focus, but nothing's happening. Let's go ahead and take off the top shell. So let's go ahead and see if games actually spin, because it did sound like the laser was trying to focus on something. The laser is trying to focus, but it's not having any luck. So the CD-based games do not work, so that means PlayStation 1 games will obviously not work as well. What about DVDs? Do those boot up in this thing? And one notation is that this console should boot every kind of media, including pirated media. Looks like we're a no-go for DVD-based media, so I would probably say this laser is bad, hopefully. So let's go ahead and proceed with replacing the laser. The laser swapping on these are pretty easy. Let's go ahead and bring over our microscope, that way you can take a look at the model of this type of laser. So right there we have a PVR-802W. So that's what we're going to need to swap out this laser. You've not seen it, but I made another video just like this one in the past. However, things didn't go so smoothly. I received defective laser after defective laser, and well, it did not go too great. So I ordered more than one laser this time, so hopefully things go a little bit better. So the first thing you're going to want to remove is the metal piece that goes right here that hooks up to the worm gear or the worm drive motor. And it's a very tiny screw. The next thing to unscrew is this right here. We have one more that you need to unscrew over here. And now that rod will be loosened. And you can, of course, lift up the laser like so, and you'll just remove the rod. Now the next hurdle is, of course, this piece right here in the back, which is this latch that holds down the laser ribbon. You can use your fingernail or some tweezers, and it lifts up just like this right here, and this cable will come right out no problem. Now for our replacement laser, which this will indeed require the soldering iron in order to take care of the anti-static point, unless that's not a thing on this particular laser, but I'm pretty sure it is. At least it should be. Yes, it is right here. And we're going to need to remove that glob. Needless to say, you should make sure you're static free, and just like that, it is unbridged. You do need to remove the solder, otherwise, actually I don't know what'll happen, but I'm sure something bad. When it comes to inserting the ribbon back into the laser, I would probably have your laser just like this, facing down. Make sure you hold the laser, that way the lens is not rubbing up against anything, because you do not want it to get scratched or ruined. And the next thing we'll do is we'll slide the laser right underneath this groove, just like so. And you'll want to slide the rod through. This thing may need a little grease because it is not going through easily. And I don't know if you can tell, but there is a little piece of plastic right here. You're going to want to keep that exactly where it's at and leave it alone. And there's also another one just like it up here at the top. It kind of keeps the bar in its place. Next is to add back, I don't know what this is called. You're going to want to put that back, and you're going to want to put the screw back there too. Do not over tighten. And then we have the top one to do as well. And the last thing to install is this right here. It'll lock right into the grooves of the laser, and it sits, of course, on top of the worm gear. Do not over tighten this screw. If you do, you could probably use some super glue, and that might get you out of the jam. Alright, I think we're good to test out a game. And you do not want to be looking directly into the laser, as you could damage your eyes. So just a safety warning. Sounds like it's going to work. Or did I speak too soon? Nope, there it goes. yeah, load it up first try. So what we'll do is we'll get the shell back on and test out some games a little bit further. While you have the console open, I do recommend that you replace the battery, because most likely that thing has been it's long gone. And when it comes to opening up these consoles, all you have are 6 screws right here on the outside, and they're all the same length. And then you have a screw that's hidden underneath this warranty sticker. That is, of course, if you have a warranty sticker. And we have 6 covers that you need to place on the console. 2 of them being rubber. And it's essentially the opposite if you're opening up the console for the first time. And it looks like we're all good with a DVD-based game. But will it boot up PlayStation games? And it looks like it booted it up quite quickly. And it looks like we're good over here. And one final game to try, a Japanese region PlayStation 1 game. Because it's my understanding that these PlayStation consoles essentially will boot up all forms of media from all regions. And there you have it. All it took was replacing the laser, and that took care of the disc reading issues for this PlayStation 2 test console. If you found this video helpful or useful, please remember to leave us a like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time.